From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. When you need a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, durability, simple deck height adjustments, and a professional-grade cut, then you need the Kubota Z400 mower. Now get the Z400 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months or save $300.
Tractors, RTV, construction equipment. You do it all, we do it local.
Well, it's the story of the day again. Most of the rain was west of I-5. Trinity County, the North Coast saw the bulk of the rain. Not as much as yesterday, but that's where most of the rain was. Eventually, late in the afternoon, and we started to see some of those showers make their way into parts of the valley, but just didn't amount to much. Now, I'm going to get into the reasons why we didn't get as much rain as I was even anticipating this morning, because it has all to do with the storm system itself and its positioning. I mean, it's just a little minute little adjustment on its location, and all bets are off, and you have a complete bust for a forecast as a result. So we'll get into that here in a second. This is what it looks like in Trinidad here this evening. There you can, of course, see the mostly cloudy skies. And again, that rain is kind of tapered off for many of us here. There you can see out in Crescent City in the Battery Point area, overcast skies, still a little bit of shower activity here, continuing into the evening and overnight hours for the North Coast. And of course, taking a look at the valley, overcast skies. Through most of the day, it looked like it was going to rain through a big portion of the day, but it just didn't really happen for most of us. But we eventually did see a little bit of that rain. So we got more off and on showers through Saturday. But as I mentioned earlier this morning, I think we're going to see drier conditions for a longer period of time than actual wet conditions. So yes, there will be periods of time when we'll see a brief shower, maybe some light sprinkles, but that's it. I don't anticipate anything major heading our way, at least anything all that terribly organized. And then it looks like we could even see a chance for a few thunderstorms Friday, Saturday, especially for the valley, with dry and mild conditions here. Most likely through next week, there may be a little kink in that, and I'll show you that here in a bit. All right, here are the rainfall totals as of about 5 o'clock this evening. You can see parts of the valley, we saw a little bit of measurable rainfall, Corning about 1/100 of an inch of rain. This was out in northwest Reading at 2/100 of an inch of rainfall, but the Reading airport didn't report any rain, right? But again, look where most of the rain is, heading off to the west. Trinity County, northern parts of Siskiyou County, but Mount Shasta didn't see anything. You had at least didn't see any measurable rainfall. For the coast, yeah, that's where we saw most, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. For most of us along the coast, Willow Creek about 28/100 and Hoopa about 13/100 of an inch of rainfall. But look at that to the east, not much. And you know, there could be some more rain to the east here over the next couple of days, but again, it just won't be that much. Okay, so here's what's going on. Here's the setup. Here you can see a bit of a spin of low pressure. You see another one right here kind of rotating around. So actually 2 areas of low pressure. This one is going to get caught up in that upper level flow and just kind of fizzle out actually, right? But we have this main area of low pressure right here, and it's the positioning of this low that's very important. All we had to do, and it was actually anticipated, that this low is going to be a little bit more to the east. That's all you have to do. Shift it maybe 100 miles or so, and now we've got ourselves rain over pretty much all of Northern California. But that wasn't the case. It kind of cut itself off for the most part west of I-5 today. And now it's going to expect it to continue to push itself off to the west through the evening tonight. Well, again, we'll get to that here in a second. So I've just put the 500 millibar heights in here. It's kind of where the jet stream is. Here you can see that closed off upper level low. So again, you got the flow coming around that area of low pressure. You got another kind of area right here. You've got that flow, and that's, of course, what we saw west of I-5 here today. So again, all we had to do, you see where this flow is right here? All we have to do is just push this a little bit more to the east, and now it's aimed at more parts of Northern California. So let's take a look at Wednesday. This is going to be diving down to the south. So most of the rain looks to be south of us, but some of that may make its way into parts of Northern California. So broad brush forecast. I think everyone could see a chance for something, but many of us may not even see a drop through the entire day on Wednesday. Now let's take you into Thursday. It kind of just holds steady right there. So kind of the same situation. This is spinning. We're seeing kind of disturbances rotated around that area of low pressure, and we see chances as we go through the next 24, 48 hours for some of those showers kicking in. But again, notice where most of it is, to the south, and even that's pretty light, but some of that may make its way northward into Northern California. Now we take into Friday, this low pressure system shifts to the east, right? And now we're seeing, especially Friday night into Saturday, some rain moving in, but then it kind of breaks apart. After Saturday, high pressure starts to settle in for Sunday through Wednesday of next week. We've got this ridge of high pressure right here. That'll keep us dry. That'll keep our temperatures a bit warmer. This, by Thanksgiving Day, this is looking at next Thursday, Thanksgiving Day right here. Yeah, maybe a little kink here, right? But overall, looks dry through next week. Okay, so let's take a look at Futurecast for the next couple of days. This is our looking at just a better look at some of the showers here, right? So here we are, 6 p.m. on Tuesday. That's, of course, today, right? So there you can see some showers here and there. This is all going to be kind of shifting itself off to the west through the overnight hours. So by midnight tonight, it's fairly dry. Now, there still may be a little bit of activity here for parts of the north coast. And then as we go into Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., you see how it's fairly dry for most of Northern California. But look what's happening. As I mentioned, again, that flow around that area of low pressure could bring some of those showers northward into Northern California as we go into tomorrow around noon and in the afternoon hours. You see, even the eastern mountains could get caught up in some of that activity here. And then we go into Wednesday night. There you can see it kind of pushes northward. Now we're starting to see Siskiyou County, Modoc County seeing a chance for some of that rain as this is kind of disturbance getting caught up in that upper level flow coming in from the south. Now we're going to take you into Thursday morning. You see how it's dry? Thursday afternoon, another weak disturbance may push through, bringing some of us some light showers. And then as we go into Thursday night, 10 p.m., it starts to dry out again. All right, so we made it through that little couple of days of Futurecast. What can we take from this? What we can take from this is this. Bottom line, from this point forward through Saturday, everyone, all of Northern California, everyone has a chance at least some point in time to see some light shower activity at the very least. There may be periods as some of these disturbances push through where you see maybe some moderate rainfall pushing on through. But bottom line, overall, we're not expected to see a lot of rainfall. In fact, let's take a look at some of those rainfall totals at least through Thursday night. You see what I'm talking about here? I mean, even the coast. Most likely, at least through Thursday night, a few hundredths to maybe around a tenth of an inch of rainfall. That's just for the next couple of days. Now, again, keep in mind, we could see some activity on Friday and Saturday, so we may tack on another 5 hundredths to a tenth of an inch of rainfall once all is said and done. But you get the idea. This is not going to amount to much. All right, so we got through that. We're going to be talking about this when we look at the 7-day forecast, what I call a broad brush forecast, and we'll get to that and get to that here in a second. The wave heights, as we do go into Wednesday afternoon, do look to drop a little bit, so that should give you some relief if you do need to be on a small boat. Here is your marine forecast for your Wednesday. North winds at 5 to 10 knots, waves from the south at 3 feet at 8 seconds, and from the northwest at 5 feet at 12 seconds. Of course, we got the rain showers out off the coast as well. All right, here's what it looks like tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, although skies will be kind of even seeing some clear skies in some areas for the east, and that's why we do expect those colder temperatures there. We could see some fog, especially if we get enough clearing here this evening out towards to the north, out towards northern Shasta County and into Siskiyou County as well. Meanwhile, off to the west, mostly cloudy skies, some showers overnight, but eventually by tomorrow morning, it should be drier. Okay, so here's what it looks like tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies for everyone. The clouds will be in place. We'll see some peaks of sunshine, and we'll also see a few passing showers, light showers here and there. But it'll be a drier day than a wet day as we go into Wednesday. Not to mention Thursday, most likely Friday and Saturday as well. So here's the broad brush forecast. You see how I've got a chance for showers for Alturas and Susanville for basically Wednesday, Thursday, all the way through the first half of the weekend? That doesn't mean that we're going to see rain every day. It just means that you may see a passing sprinkle, a light shower at different points during the day, but not enough to cancel any outdoor plans. I think that Mount Shasta will most likely stay dry through at least the daytime hours through Friday. Better chances coming in on Saturday. Now, it looks like there's some activity coming in Wednesday night. Mount Shasta, you can see some of that shower activity. So you can see things do dry out, though. Feeling fairly confident that we'll dry things out by Sunday through most likely all of next week. All right, here's a look at your 7-day outlook. Here's your broad brush forecast. Once again, drier than it is wet. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. But if you see a passing sprinkle each and every single one of these days, don't be surprised. Could even see at points of time, daytime, nighttime, maybe some passing showers as well. Some more moderate rainfall, let's put it that way. But then it dries out for Sunday through Tuesday. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast. And there it is, the inland 7-day forecast, Weaverville, the coast. Also that broad brush forecast going into the weekend, but drying out by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.